Hey, and here we are about to show you how we're going to block this male felt fedora hat into a dome shaped hat so that you can make your beautiful church hats. So right now we are going to remove this ribbon trim. We have to remove whatever excess there is so that we are able to manipulate the felt. There is a wiring in the rim and I use a pliers to break it so that I can cut off the rim. Also remember that there is the sweatband on the inner side of the hat that you have to remove also. Now we will proceed with the removal of the rim. So where the crown of the hat connects with the rim, this is where you are going to cut. Be careful that you do not cut into the crown of the hat because you do not want to damage or waste the material. So now with the rim fully removed, you place that one side. And observe, you see that the crown is now separate from the rim. You are now going to cut the hat in half. This is to make a half hat. And so this is the reason why I am going to cut the hat in two so that the process is much easier on your hands. So I whipped out my hat block that I made personally. If you would like to know how to make this or if you'd like to order one, send me a message via my Instagram, my Facebook, or leave a comment down below and I will get to you. So I put my half hat on the block and pinned it down. This will help it to be secure while I'm gonna press. So as you can see, I have a white fabric. Make sure say it white, not any other color, because you don't want any form of color to transfer onto your hat. And so it is damp and I'm using my clothes iron to steam it out because you want to get the wrinkles out of the hat. You want to get the wrinkles, the creases, the shape out of the hat, and when you are pressing it on the hat block, it will take on the shape of the block. So the block is kind of curved, round. That's the shape that you want so that you can design your hats the way you want it to. So I'm using my clothes iron on medium heat, right? And as you can see, yes, the shape is turning out well. So you can now stretch your felt some more because the heat will melt or stretch the rubber that's in between. You know that this is fall felt, right? Even with original felt, you can use this method, but this is for persons who don't have access to the round or the dome, the ladies hat, and you only have access to the male felt hat that you want to use to make church hats. So you continue to press with your clothes iron with the damp fabric. And if the fabric gets dry, you go ahead and damp it. Don't wet it, don't soak it. Let it be damp, right? So that the steam can apply to the rubber and the fabric in order to change the shape. So you basically continue with this method or this process for some time, moving the fabric over to other parts of the felt that still is showing some bit of creases or folds or the prior shape of the hat that you want to get rid of. And so you continue with this method, keeping the iron on medium heat. You do not want to burn the fabric or the hat material. You continue to stretch, pull the pinnings and stretch the felt so that you can get the creases out as much as possible. So I have pressed it sufficiently, as much as I could manage, and as you see the comparison between them both, I have pressed out a lot of the crease. So I'm taking my scissors now because I'm on my way to turn this piece of fall felt into a half hat. So I am trimming the edges, making them as neat as possible because I'm about to bind the edges, shaping up or curving the edges of the fall felt. But I think I want to give it a little bit more pressing because if you notice, most of the crease is on the front of the hat, the part of the hat that I'm going to use as the front, and I want my hat to look as professionally made as possible. And so I am going to press this out. Understand that when you want your work to be top notch, to look professional, you have to put in a lot of work so that when you price your product, customers won't complain about your pricing as well as the quality of work. So whether you have the most perfect tools or the most advanced tools or not, whatever method you use to make your hats, try your best to be as professional in your process as well as having a beautiful finishing. So I'm here pressing out the felt again and again, sufficient to my satisfaction. So I am finished. I am through. Now look at this. I did as much as I could to the pressing out. And if you notice, the rubber is receding. So ensure that when you're binding the hat, you cover that part also. And here we are, the finished hat. So you see the crease underneath, but it is not evident on the top. Hat looking flawless. You wouldn't know that it was a male felt. So here you go, guys. This is a video of how you can press out or change the shape of a male felt hat if you don't get any of the regular or the ladies felt hat. So please remember to like, to share, and to subscribe to this channel to see more and more of these amazing tutorials on how to make your felt hats. Thank you so much. Mwah.